basketball Division East Division going to lock it up tonight. Northwestern in the house tonight, going against Hamilton Heights. Northwestern going to wear black uniforms. Hamilton Heights going to wear white. That's customary for basketball in the state of Indiana. It's not customary for football, but that's okay. At halftime, we're going to visit with a friend of mine. He knows a lot about football. We'll talk to Austin Robinson at halftime. He's here. 12:02 on the pregame. We'll mention both these teams taking shots at their leisure. They're going through their pregame right now. We'll mention the JV contest concluded. It was won by Hamilton Heights. We'll also mention tonight is Junior Huskies night. Junior Huskies night, they were all out on the floor along with their coaches. I would guess more than 200 young men aspiring to be basketball players at Hamilton Heights, and some of them will be. 11:27 on the game clock. We'll mention this game is being simulcast, live audio simulcast by Hamilton County Television.com. That's Hamilton County TV. More schools, more sports, more coverage. We'll also mention tomorrow, girls basketball at Westfield High School. That game will be available on PutMeInSports.com. It will not be simulcast tomorrow. That's girls basketball by Hamilton County Television. You can tune in to Hamilton County Television.com and you can watch. Hamilton County TV will be there covering the ball game. That'll be Hamilton Heights at Westfield High School. That's tomorrow afternoon, 12 noon for the JV. The varsity will tip off around 1:30 p.m. 10:29 clock rolling. We'll mention a little bit about each school. Become familiar. We'll mention the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Northwestern Tigers. They have a school enrollment of 595. Their gym capacity back in Northwestern, that's Kokomo, Indiana, 1,888. They pretty much fill that place up for basketball. Got to mention girls basketball. They are gangbusters at Northwestern. They have won the previous two state titles in Class 3A. This year, they got the success factor knocking on their door, and they are doing just fine in Class 4A. That's the Northwestern Lady Tigers I'm speaking of. We'll mention Northwestern Tigers, their Class 3A boys basketball, sectional number 20. There are 7 in their sectional. Their sectional will take place at Twin Lakes High School. That's a big school. That's got a really nice gymnasium. Lots of room around the perimeter. And we'll mention Peru. Peru in their sectional. Peru currently, they're 8-1. West Lafayette, they're currently 5-4. Twin Lakes, they're 6-5. Northwestern, they're 7-2. Maconiqua, they're 3-6. Western, the Panthers are 6-4. And Benton Central, they're 2-8. We'll mention Northwestern Tiger High School. The principal is Kristen Bilkey. The athletic director is Dan Armstrong. The athletic secretary, and while we are very thankful for Linda Bishop, she was most instrumental for PutMeInSports.com. We'll also mention Northwestern High School is located at 3431 North 400 West. That's Kokomo, Indiana, 46901. You can reach them on the web at NWHSTigers.com. You can capture them on Twitter. The athletic director Twitter is at ADTigers. I will mention Dan Armstrong does a fine job working the Twitter for the good of his school. We'll also mention they wear the colors purple and white. As mentioned, they're in the Hoosier Conference East Division. And keep in mind, coming up Friday, it's going to be on a Friday, February 21st, Hoosier Conference playoffs just around the corner, not too far away. And don't quote me, but I believe the games will happen at the West sites this year. We'll also mention Northwestern Tigers. They're 7-2. They're 1-0 in the Hoosier East. Northwestern average per game 57.4 points. They give up per game 47.1. The head coach is Jim Gish. Jim Gish also instrumental for putting me in sports. We are thankful. We'll mention Jim Gish working in year number 16 at Northwestern. He's got 231 wins, 114 losses. That's a good record. We'll also mention the next game on the agenda for Northwestern. Going to be tomorrow. It'll be Saturday the 11th. Northwestern will travel to Clinton Central. That'll be 7:30 start time for the varsity. A little bit about Hamilton Heights. Hamilton Heights Huskies. They have a school enrollment of 739. Their capacity for seating capacity here at the gymnasium that we're in tonight, 3106. I gotta mention, it's close. It's not quite full, but my guess is it's above 2,500. And that's with the assistance of the junior Huskies Knights. And we'll also mention Hamilton Heights Huskies, their Class 3A. They participate in Sectional 24. There are 6 teams in their sectional. Their sectional will happen at Newcastle High School. In their sectional is Delta. Delta currently they're 7-1. Newcastle they're 6-3. Yorktown they're 5-5. Hamilton Heights they're 7-3. Followed up by Muncie Butts and Jay County. We'll mention the principal at Hamilton Heights High School is Jared Mason. The athletic director is Kurt Alden. The athletic secretary is Lee Ann Moffitt. We'll remind you Hamilton Heights High School is located at 25802 State Road 19, Arcadia, Indiana, 46030. You can find them on the web at IHSAA.org. They wear the colors orange, brown, and white. They also are participating in the Hoosier Conference. There are 10 teams in the Hoosier Conference. They do have an East and the West Division. In the East Division right now, it's Tipton. They're 10-1 overall. They're 2-0 in the East. Hamilton Heights, they're 7-3 overall. They're 2-0 in the East. Followed up by Northwestern. They're 7-2 overall. They're 1-0 in the East Division. Lewis Cass Kings, they're 5-3 overall. They're 0-2 in the East. And the Western Panthers are 6-4 overall. They are 0-3 in the East Division. Hoosier Conference West standings at this point. First, it's West Lafayette. They're 5-4 overall. They're 1-0 in the West. Twin Lakes, they're 6-5 overall. They're 1-0 in the West. Central Catholic, they're 5-2 overall. They're getting ready to play their first conference game. Rensselaer Central, they're 4-4 overall. They're 0-1 in the West. And Benton Central, the Bison, are 2-8 overall. They're 0-1 in the West Division. We'll remind you the Hamilton Heights Huskies, they're currently 7-3 on the season. They're 2-0 in the Hoosier East. The Huskies average, this is an average, 61.2 points per game offensively. They give up defensively 57.1. The head coach is Chad Ballinger. Chad Ballinger working in year number 13 at Hamilton Heights. Currently 175 wins, 113 losses. Overall, he's a 20-year varsity head basketball coach. Chad Ballinger, 252 wins, 196 losses. We'll mention the next game on the agenda for the Hamilton Heights boys basketball team going to happen tomorrow night. It'll be right here at Hamilton Heights. On the 11th, the varsity will start at 7:30, the JV about 6 o'clock. It's going to be Fort Wayne Lures here at Hamilton Heights tomorrow night. And I'll mention PutMeInSports.com will not cover tomorrow night's ball game. I let a couple players pick my games out this year. They picked them all out. I obey, and they chose not to select tomorrow night's game, but that's okay. Girls basketball will be at Estill tomorrow, Put Me in Sports. And again, the girls basketball team will play Western in a Hoosier Conference East Division matchup. That'll be Tuesday. We'll cover that ball game at Put Me in Sports and likely a simulcast at Hamilton County Television.com. So 1:35 clock rolling down. We'll mention this week in Hoosier Conference varsity boys basketball. On Tuesday, January 7th, it was Central Catholic at Clinton Prairie. Do not have a score for that. We'll mention tonight, 5 games on the agenda in the Hoosier Conference. It's Benton Central in a West matchup going against Twin Lakes. Central Catholic at McCutcheon tonight. Northwestern at Hamilton Heights. We do know that. That's an East Division matchup. Hoosier Conference. A cross-conference matchup will be West Lafayette at Western tonight. And Yorktown will be at Tipton tonight. 6 games on the agenda tomorrow night in the Hoosier Conference. We'll mention they are Covington at West Lafayette. Fort Wayne Bishop Lures at Hamilton Heights. Central Catholic at Rensselaer Central. That'll be the first conference game for Central Catholic. We'll mention it's going to be Lewis Cass at Peru tomorrow night at 7:45 start time. And 2 7:30 start times. One will be Logansport at Western. And Northwestern will be at Clinton Central tomorrow evening. Clock's going to empty out 1 second. Getting ready for our national anthem. Should be a good ball game in front of us tonight. Draw attention right now. We're going to escort a young man out on the floor right now. He's going to be escorted by Coach Ballinger, Brent Pennington, and Cameron Knott. Young man's going to walk out there. Say what, he's a little bit nervous. But he wears some nice-looking glasses. Got some nice specs. I'll have to say that. I like those specs. So 5 minutes on the pregame clock, and put 5 more on it. And I'm not quite hearing everything the public address is telling the crowd. But he's getting a pretty good standing ovation right there on center court. Head coach, 2 senior members of the basketball team, about 3 sets of cameras out there, taking some good photographs for a good memory. So we'll mention also bringing you this contest tonight for basketball at Hamilton Heights. Bowl 32, that's in Noblesville, Irish Rubber Company, Smith Jewelers, Lisa Stokes Bear, Adler Law Office, Ace Scrap Metal, Fritz and Associates, Main Street Mortgage, Indiana Express Rentals, Sign Production, and the Combine Cafe. Asking those to stand up in attendance here that have served our country. Quite a few. We are thankful. We're going to set this down for just a moment, about a minute and a half. We'll observe our national anthem, going to be presented by the Hamilton Heights High School Band. They are in the balcony. They're in the southwest balcony. We'll set this down.
Ladies and gentlemen, The next marching band performing our national anthem.
The Hamilton Heights High School Band, well done. Our national anthem. Husky boys basketball team going to beeline for the locker room, get some final instruction from Coach Ballinger. Coach Ballinger going to meet them right there. There go the Northwestern Tigers into their locker room. They're going to get some final instruction. 5 minutes on the game clock. It's stationary right now. And they'll start the clock back up when both teams are back out on the floor. Matter of fact, they're going to roll it right now. They can probably stop it at the 3-minute mark. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment and the Combine Cafe, just north of 266th Street. Take US 31 north to 276th Street. They're located 1451 East 276th Street, Atlanta, Indiana 46031. By telephone, you can reach them at 317-758-4116. We'll mention you'll not only find Reynolds Farm Equipment and John Deere Green out on 31, you can stop in for a set-down meal or a takeout meal right there at the Combine Cafe. Same location, same friendly faces. Reynolds Farm Equipment and the Combine Cafe. This game is also in part being brought to you by Bowl 32. Bowl 32, that's 3-2 fun. It's right there on the west edge of Noblesville, off of State Road 32. 845 Westfield Road, Noblesville, Indiana, 46062. They're right beside Discount Copies. I was at Discount Copies prior to being here tonight. They took care of us. They made us some copies. And we are thankful, Discount Copies. We'll also mention Bowl 32. You can reach them by dialing 317-773-3381. Or you can find them on the web at bowl32, that's the numeral 32.com. They have kid parties, they have bowling, they have arcade and more. They have laser tag and events. They have amazing food and catering. 32, Bowl 32 in Noblesville. We'll also mention Bowl 32 also owns the bowling alley in Anderson. That's Championship Lanes. Bowl 32, Noblesville, Championship Lanes in Anderson. We'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Irish Rubber Company. Irish Rubber Company since 1956. Irish Rubber Company has been a custom molder of rubber products. Irish Rubber Company, Cicero, 46034. That's in Hamilton County. They're right there in Cicero at the stoplight. one of the longest existing companies in Cicero, Indiana. 10 East Jackson Street. You can dial them up at 317-984-3561. Hamilton Heights High School fans going to play the Minnesota Rouser, better known as the Hamilton Heights Fight Song. 2:37, clock rolling, both teams out on the surface. They're getting warmed up right now, getting ready to play some varsity basketball. I'll mention I looked this up earlier today. Both of these coaches, I tell you what, Jim Gish for Northwestern, and right there, Hamilton Heights' very own Chad Ballinger. They are competitive. They like to win. I'll let you know that right now, between these two schools, Hamilton Heights' Chad Ballinger, 7-5 against Northwestern. Coach Jim Gish, 8-7 against Hamilton Heights. Those are some pretty good records. They play strong. They play tough. I will mention, Northwestern have won the previous 3 contests entering tonight's ball game. 1:38 on the game clock. Taking some shots to their leisure. Northwestern going to show up over at their bench, taking their overshirts off. 1:27 on the game clock. Hamilton Heights taking a few more shots. The referees are going to walk over to the scores bench. 3 of them are going to shake hands right there with those occupying the bench. Running the components right there at the bench. Scorekeepers, clock keeper, keeping the scoreboard and doing the public address. First, the score's down to the 1 minute mark. 49 seconds left before introductions for tonight's ball game. Pretty good group on hand tonight. A lot of orange in the crowd on the east side. A lot of purple in the crowd on the west side. So looking for a good ball game tonight. 24 seconds on the pregame clock. It's rolling down. Hamilton Heights cheerleaders out on the floor. Northwestern cheerleaders out on the floor. Spirit sections are ready to go. Might get pretty loud here once in a while tonight. The decibel level probably going to climb. So they're shaking hands all around. Getting ready for some basketball. I will mention last game that Frankfurt played in this particular 2020. This was after Christmas. They played on January 4th at Frankfurt. A good contest. Northwestern got the win, 72-61 at the Class 3A matchup. I will mention number 22, Tayson Parker. He's a senior. He got 41 points that particular night, 13 for 23 from the field, 13 for 14 at the stripe. I will mention Tayson Parker surpassed Josh Maggard and Xavier Sanders. He's now number 2 all-time leading scorer for the Tigers. He's just behind Austin Parkinson. Parkinson played for Purdue. He's a coach now, college basketball coach. I would say that Tayson Parker about 300 points behind Parkinson, and that is absolutely obtainable in this season. As mentioned, Tayson Parker is a senior, and I should mention, as a freshman, Tayson Parker had not enrolled yet to Northwestern High School. That's amazing. So in 3 years, he's where he's at right now with 1,371 points. The average is 28. His counterpartner on the other team, Gus Etchison, they'll probably go against each other once in a while tonight. Gus Etchison, 23.9 average. He's a junior. Gus Etchison surpassed the 1,000-point club not too far in the past. I tell you what, that happened recently. And he'll have his name on the 1,000-point club, but that'll happen after he graduates. So they're doing the creed, the sportsman creed right now, mentioning to the crowd. It's a Hamilton Heights Husky player. Working right there at the scores bench. Doing a very fine job for Hamilton Heights. They'll hand the microphone back. That was Hudson Hosteller. Hudson Hosteller, he's a senior, 5'8". He'll be the point guard tonight. So we're going to mention the starting lineups first for the visiting Northwestern Tigers. Tigers will start like this, wearing number 11. He averages 8 points per game. That's Nathan Bennett. He collects 5 rebounds per contest. He's a senior, 5'11" tall. Also starting tonight, number 22, as aforementioned, that's Tayson Parker. Tayson Parker averages 28 points per contest. He rebounds at a clip of 9 rebounds per game. He's a senior. He's 6 feet tall. Third starter in the lineup for the Tigers tonight, wearing number 24. That's Mason Estill. Mason Estill, he's a senior, 6 feet tall. He rebounds at a clip of 5 rebounds per game. Fourth in the lineup tonight, number 30, that's Ethan Kinney. Ethan Kinney, he's a senior, 6 feet tall. The final starter for the Tigers tonight, wearing number 32, Eli Edwards. He got 11 points in the Frankfurt ball game. He went 3 for 3 from the field. He went 1 for 1 at the stripe. He's a sophomore, 6'4" tall. Head coach is Jim Gish. Now for the Hamilton Heights Huskies starting lineup. The Huskies will start like this. Wearing number 0, that's Gus Etchison, as mentioned, 23.9 points per game. That's an average. He's a junior, 6 feet tall, and shoots 38% from three-point land. Second in the lineup, number 2, Isaac Hickok, 3.5 rebounds per game. He's a senior, 6'3" tall. Number 24% from three-point land. Third in the lineup is number 3, Cameron Knott. Cameron Knott, he averages 13.9 points per ball game, 4 rebounds per contest. He's a senior, 6'2". He's shooting 33% behind the arc. Fourth in the lineup is number 14, Brent Pennington, 5.1 point average per ball game. He's a senior, 6'1" tall. He shoots 40% from behind the arc. The final starter in the Husky lineup tonight, number 24, that's Hudson Hosteller. He read the Sportsman Creed before the ball game. He's 6.1 points per ball game. He's a senior. He's 5'8" tall. And he rebounds at a clip of 4.1 rebounds per game. That's 5'8". We're going to work it around the perimeter right now. Going to jump it up. It's going to be Tayson Parker, number 22. He's going to jump it up against Cameron Knott, number 3. They are both seniors. 8 minutes on the game clock. Whistle blows. Here we go. 7:55 on the wristwatch. Tipped to the backcourt. Now stolen. Nearly picked up by Northwestern. Sneaking in there, coming up the basketball. Gus Etchison. Gus got a haircut. Elbow. Left side got it. 2-point bucket. Gus Etchison. 2-0 contest. Huskies crossing the timeline on the dribble pace. He'll slow it down now. He'll move it left side. Tayson Parker. They're working back out top. Teammate on the dribble. He'll go right side. Behind the arc. He'll bounce it down low. We're going to get it off the glass. Got the bucket. 2-point bucket. I will mention Northwestern had dark numbers. Even Greg Knapp having trouble picking up the number, I could tell. 3-point shot good. Gus Etchison. 3-point bomb. Right elbow extended. Well beyond the arc. 5-2 contest. 7:04 on the game clock. We're in the first quarter. Behind the arc, and hand the ball off out top. They'll work it left side. Steal. Gus Etchison going to save it back to the center court. He'll get the ball back in the corner. He'll take a jump shot. No, he'll bounce it to the corner. He'll give it to Hudson. They'll move it to the corner. Hudson, Cameron Knott from the corner. Baseline jumper, good. 3-point shot from Cameron Knott after a good steal from Gus Etchison. 8-2 contest. Ball's in the front court. Northwestern with the basketball. Triple threat available. He'll dribble now. Working against him is Isaac Hickok. Out top, 3-point shot. Left elbow extended, wouldn't go. That's Tayson Parker. Tried a three, wouldn't go. Back the other direction. Hamilton Heights. They'll work it in the paint. Isaac Hickok. Out top, Brent Pennington. He'll dribble around and go outside the paint. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound secured by Tayson Parker. They'll work on the left side. They'll go trying to go off the glass. I'm going to say he lost the handle. Looks like it might have been a bump foul. Might have been a foul. No foul called. 8-2 contest. 6:08 on the game clock. Huskies by 6. Crossing the timeline. Not quite. Going to pass it across the timeline to Gus Etchison. Step back three. Long three. Got it. Gus Etchison. About 4 steps behind the arc in front of the Northwestern bench. Not even a hand in his face. 11-2 contest. Working the left side. In the paint. Give me a foul. First foul of the ball game. We're going to see Tayson Parker at the free throw line. He'll shoot twice. Foul's going to be whistled on Hamilton Heights. Going to be whistled on number 3, Cameron Knott. He's got one. First foul of the ball game. Tayson Parker steps to the line. He'll have 2. Tayson Parker shooting 82% at the free throw line. He's 57 for 69, and now 58 for 70. First shot goes in. Substitution in the ball game. Taking a breather, number 30, Ethan Kinney. Senior, 6'1". 11-3 contest. Tayson Parker's second shot, also good. 11-4. 7-point ball game. Hamilton Heights in front with the ball in the front court. We're going to right side behind the arc. Isaac Hickok back out top. Gus Etchison. He'll dribble. He'll take a shot outside the lane, outside the three-point stripe. Straight away, he's 3 for 3 in three-point shots in the first quarter. 14-4. Back the other way. Corner. Baseline jumper. 3-point shot. Rimmed off. Wouldn't go. Trying to save the basketball. Couldn't get it saved. Going to belong to Hamilton Heights. Jumped out of bounds. Had an opportunity, but couldn't get the ball tossed back in. That was number 32, Eli Edwards, sophomore, 6'4". 14-4. Out top of the basketball. Huskies in the front court. 3-point shot on the way. Gus Etchison. Etchison is on fire in the first quarter. 17-4. Crossing the timeline, Tayson Parker on the dribble right side. Behind the arc, going to dribble off his foot. Going to go backwards out of bounds. Going to be picked up right there by Coach Jim Gish. Just a mishap on the dribble, I tell you what. Tayson Parker probably going to be dribbling the basketball out of college next season. So what the guy's tough. So they'll bring the ball in. It's going to belong to Hamilton Heights. Isaac Hickok in front of the Northwestern bench. To the corner, Cameron Knott. 3-point shot, good. Cameron Knott on fire. Got the bucket. It's 20-4. Out top of the basketball, he'll work it right side. Behind the arc. Going to go baseline drive. We're going to get Isaac. Going to pass it hard. Across the baseline. Going to go tear him and go out of bounds. Last touch by Northwestern. 4:37 on the game clock. 20-4. Hamilton Heights by 16. Going to take in full court. Gus Etchison going to dribble. Working against his counterpart right there. He'll dribble right side. He's in the front court now. He'll dribble. Back pedal dribble. He'll kick it to the corner. Isaac Hickok. 3-point shot off the mark. Wouldn't go. Rebound Cameron Knott. He'll put it back in off the glass. 2-point bucket. Cameron Knott. Timeout call. Northwestern. 4:15 left here in the first quarter. Hamilton Heights 22. Northwestern 4. We'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Smith Jewelers. Smith Jewelers, 98 North 9th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. Great people, great customer service, and great selection. Smith Jewelers has over 70 years of history providing Noblesville and the surrounding area with fine quality jewelry. Visit Smith Jewelers on the Square in downtown Noblesville. Hours of operation are Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. They're open on Saturday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You can dial them up at 317-773-3383. That's Smith Jewelers in Noblesville. Odell, he runs the ship right there. He's good. He's been there a while. I tell you what, he's gonna retire, I believe, in March is what he told me. But right now, you get to the store, 30 to 70% discount on every item in the store at Smith Jewelers. They bring the ball across the timeline. Belongs to Northwestern. 4:08 on the game clock. Behind the arc, they're working out top. Tipped outside. They'll regather the basketball. That's going to be number 30. They'll go baseline. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound out there. Cameron Knott to the front court. He'll dish it off to Hudson Hosteller. He'll work it right side. Behind the arc, shot wouldn't go. Gus Etchison. Gus Etchison couldn't get the three to go down. Going to be a jump ball. Hudson Hosteller on the rebound, reaching in there. Going to tie it up with number 20, Austin O'Neal. O'Neal, 6-foot senior. Hudson Hosteller, a 5'8 senior. Alternate possession arrow gives the ball back to Northwestern. 3:46 can be brought in, 84 feet back. They'll toss it in. Tayson Parker with the basketball, crossing the timeline. They'll work it left side behind the arc. Going baseline, take it back opposite side from the corner. 3-point shot, good. 3-point shot, good. And whistle it, basket good by Ben Beachy. He wears number 21. He shoots 40% behind the arc. Long off the rim, wouldn't go for Cameron Knott. 3-point land, rebound secured out of there by Hudson Hosteller. They get it to 14, Pennington. They'll go back out top. They'll get it to Gus Etchison. Back to Pennington. They'll move it around the perimeter. Going across some lane right there is going to be number 24. That was Hosteller. He dishes off to Pennington. Pennington power layup left side off the glass. Good for 2. 24-7. 2:52 on the game clock. Out top of the basketball. Going to reset the offense. Is Tayson Parker. He'll work it down low. And they'll go off the glass. Another dish pass off the glass left side. Credit that bucket, Austin O'Neal. Out top, 3-point lay-in. Short off the rim. Wouldn't go for Cameron Knott. Back out to Gus. He boards it. Turns around, jumper. 3-point shot wouldn't go. Rebound Karams and Hudson Hosteller trying to come up with the board. Going to be a little bit over the back. Hudson Hosteller picks up his first foul in the ball game. Hamilton Heights with 2. Northwestern yet to commit a foul. Substitution. Tigers going to check in the ball game. Number 11, Nathan Bennett, back in the ball game. 5'11 senior. He averages 8 points per ball game. 2:25 on the game clock. Out top, Tayson Parker. Crossing over, he'll dribble now, take it to the left corner, behind the arc. They'll dish it back out top, move the basketball. Behind the arc, moving the basketball. He goes, thought about going back door with Tayson. He'll keep it himself, goes off the glass. 2-point bucket good, Nathan Bennett. 24-11. Back the other direction, off the glass, got the bucket. Isaac Hickok. A good pass down low in the paint. Isaac let traffic evaporate, went up off the glass, 2 points. 26-11. Out top, now right side behind the arc. Out top once again. They'll go left side behind the arc. Guarding the basketball is Brent Pennington. Cross-court skip pass. He'll go baseline. Going to be a bump foul. Going to be whistled on Isaac Hickok. Bump foul, trying to push him out of bounds in a sense. Mild foul going to be called. Got to call those types of fouls. Fouls whistled on Isaac Hickok. He's got 1. Hamilton Heights with 3. Yet to commit a foul here in the first quarter. Northwestern has not. They'll go off the glass, shot left-handed, off the glass hard. Wouldn't go. A little bit strong. Back the other direction. Gus Etchison. Straight away, he'll bounce it. He'll go to the corner with it. Cameron Knott back out to Brent Pennington. Pennington out top. He'll dish it off to Gus. 1:17 left here in the first quarter. Substitution going to check in next dead ball, Hamilton Heights. To the corner, 3-point shot on the way, good. Brent Pennington from a good pass, a bullet pass, chest pass from Gus Etchison in the paint. Turnaround jumper wouldn't go. That was Tayson Parker on a floater in the lane. 29-11. Huskies by 18. 50 seconds left in the quarter. Set to check in. Next dead ball, we'll see number 23, Luke Carroll, 6'4" sophomore for Hamilton Heights. 40 seconds left. Out top, straight out top in front of the scores bench. Top of the front section right there, guarding the basketball. 30 seconds. There's the count. He'll stop the count now. He'll begin the count, too. He'll stop the count. Gus did get a 5-second closely guarded call against him a couple of games ago. So they're going to be a jump ball. Lost the handle. Gus Etchison holding on to it. And Northwestern and Hamilton Heights locking it up. Gus made the ball available. Northwestern stuck the hand in there. That's number 20, Austin O'Neill. Isaac Hickok going to check out of the ball game. We'll take a breather. In the ball game is Luke Carroll. 29-11. Huskies will bring it in. Alternate possession arrow. Softly to the backcourt. Hudson Hosteller crosses the timeline in front of the scores bench. Working against him is Tayson Parker. 8 seconds left. Working the right side behind the arc to the corner. Shot on the way. Cameron Knott over the rim wouldn't go. Long shot at the buzzer. Tayson Parker just off the mark. It had the distance. 29-11. Hamilton Heights and Northwestern. Stay tuned. This game is far from over. We'll mention this game is also in part going to be brought to you by Lisa Stokes-Bear. She's a realtor. She's a broker. Century 21 Sheets. They're located at 4929 East 96th Street, Indianapolis. Experienced, knowledgeable, Lisa Stokes-Bear, care, concern, helping you find the home that you are looking for. Lisa Stokes-Bear, you can contact Lisa by phone or by text message, 317-513-4086. Again, her number is 317-513-4086. Lisa Stokes-Bear, realtor, broker, Century 21. First horn sounds, getting ready to inbound the basketball. Second quarter possession. Will be brought in by Northwestern. Alternate possession arrow. Tie-up, the last tie-up went to Hamilton Heights. They're going to inbound the basketball half court. Across from the scores bench, east side of the gym, Tayson Parker. Tossing into the backcourt ever so slightly. Crossing the timeline. On the dribble right side, he'll dish off back out top. They'll run the weed out top. Butler Bulldog basketball. Take a shot. That was Tayson Parker in the paint. They're going to whistle a foul on Hamilton Heights. Foul's going to be whistled on Gus Etchison, number 0. Gus going to pick up his first foul in the ball game. That's 4 on Hamilton Heights. Still no fouls called thus far on Northwestern. Baseline drive going to be stopped for a pop shot right there, about a 10-footer. Tayson Parker for 2. 29-13. Working the left side. Going to backpedal with Brent Pennington. Outside, he'll get it to Gus. Gus will cross the lane. He'll go off the glass. Got the bucket. Gus Etchison for 2. 31-13. Back the other direction. 2-point shot good. On the baseline, credit the bucket number 11, Nathan Bennett. Front court with the basketball. 31-15 on the drive. Kick it back out top. Gus Etchison. Etchison going to kick it. Skip pass to Hudson. Work it back out top. They give it to Cameron Knott. He'll dish it right side. Reaches in left side behind the arc. That was to Brent Pennington. Going to be a bump foul. Hudson Hosteller. Going to be fouled by number 11, Nathan Bennett. Bennett picked up the first foul in the ball game for Northwestern. He's got one. Taking a breather for the Tigers, number 20, Austin O'Neill. At top of the basketball, Hamilton Heights in the front court. In the paint, shot off the mark, wouldn't go. He'll shoot twice. Cameron not going to the foul line. He picks up the foul. Foul's whistled on number 21, Ben Beachy. Beachy's got one in the contest, team foul number 2 on Northwestern. As mentioned, Hamilton Heights with 4. First shot up and good. Number 3, Cameron Knott. Cameron Knott started this ball game at 80% free throw shooter. He's now 13 for 16. He'll have one more. He'll eye it, fly it. He got both of them. 32-15. Across the timeline, Tayson Parker. He'll work it back out top to move it around the perimeter, left side behind the arc. Not looking to shoot, guarding the basketball there is Cameron Knott. Across the lane, he'll go baseline with it. Shot just outside the paint, wouldn't go, got his own board. Out top, 3-point shot on the way, wouldn't go. Rebound secured by Gus Etchison, back the other direction. 6:28 in the paint, left-handed off the glass, wouldn't go. Gus thought he might have been fouled. They're going back the other direction. Elbow, right side shot rimmed out for Northwestern. Rebound secured by Luke Carroll. Outside the arc, 3-point shot wouldn't go. Gus Etchison. Rebound secured right there, number 30, Ethan Kinney. Works it right side with the basketball off the mark. Tayson Parker. They'll work it outside the paint. Jump hook, wouldn't go. Rebound, Hamilton Heights. Hudson Hosteller pushes it up ahead to Cameron Knott. Down low from the baseline. And go to Luke Carroll. He'll take a floater inside the paint. Pretty good body control. Little jump hook in the paint for Luke Carroll. 35-15. Right corner baseline. 3-point land wouldn't go. Rebound Karam hard. Goes opposite side. Ends up in the spirit section of Hamilton Heights. In the ball game for the Huskies, checking in as number 1, Noah Linville. He averages 2.1 points per ball game. He's a junior. He's 5'10". 5:38 left. Second quarter, brought the ball in. It's in the hands of Gus Etchison, getting some instruction from Coach Ballinger. Crossing the timeline on the dribble. They'll work it out top, working against Tayson Parker. They'll switch off. They'll go right side, kick it to the corner. Lucas Letzinger in the ball game. Took a shot from 3-point land. Wouldn't go from the corner. Back the other direction is rebounded by Tayson Parker. They work it down low. 2-point shot good off the glass. Credit the bucket, number 32, Eli Edwards. 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. It's 35-17. Hamilton Heights in front. They're working through the corner. Cameron Knott. Shot on the way, rimmed off, wouldn't go. Rebound out of there, Northwestern. Credit that board, number 24, Mason Estill. Back the other direction, Tayson Parker looking to put one down. Yeah, he's 6 feet tall. He's more than capable. He bounced it off the back of the rim that time. It ended up near the scorer's bench. Then when I watched a couple of huddles with him, he can dunk a couple in a couple of different games. Back when he was a sophomore, he could put the ball down then. But that one bounces out. Goes out of bounds, belongs to Hamilton Heights. It was a crowd pleaser. Out top, shot going to go. Gus Etchison, 3-point land. They'll rebound the basketball, give it back to Tayson. Left side on the dribble. 35-17. They'll reach in, they'll lean in, look for a foul. No foul called. Law missed the shot. Goes rebound collected by Gus Etchison. They'll pass it back out top. They'll get it to Linville. Behind the arc, back to Gus. He'll work on the left side. Lucas Letzinger to the corner. Going to be a traveling violation. Didn't get the ball down quite quick enough to earn the step. They're going to get the ball back to the Tigers. Brought in Tayson Parker. Going to walk it across the timeline right there at the Husky head. Inside 4 minutes left. We're in the second quarter. Going to go baseline. He's actually going to go to the lane. There's going to be a foul called. Gus Etchison going to pick up his second. Gus going to take a breather with 2 fouls. Coach Ballinger going to enter back into the ball game. Hudson Hosteller. Gus Etchison gets a medium 5 from the young man who was introduced at pregame before the game even started. That was nice. That's out. 3:54 on the dribble, right side, guarding the basketball is number 1, Noah Linville. Picks up the dribble, works it left side behind the arc. Lexinger guarding the basketball. Kicks it back out, three-point land, wouldn't go. Rebound, Cameron Knott. Back the other direction to go behind the arc. Noah Linville to Cameron Knott on the dribble. Backpedal, he'll work it around the perimeter. Hudson Hosteller now into the hands of Lucas Lexinger. 3:26 on the game clock. Behind the arc, three-point shot on the way. Rimmed off, wouldn't go. Noah Linville. Noah Linville back for defense. They'll go in the paint. Off the glass, got the bucket. Tayson Parker going to earn a trip to the stripe. He got the bucket. He'll try the three-point play. 35-19. They're going to whistle this foul on Hamilton Heights. Tayson Parker will get one more. 35-19. He'll bounce once, he'll eye it and fly it. He got that one. That foul was whistled on number 1, Noah Linville. He's got one in the ball game. Hamilton Heights with 6 accumulative here in the first half. Northwestern with 2 from baseline. Off the glass, shot going to go. Cameron Knott. Rebound put back. Cameron Knott got the put back. 2 points in the paint. 37-20. Tayson Parker. 16-footer straight away. Jump shot good. Tayson Parker, a pretty shot. He'll bounce it to the other way in the corner. Working back out top. Hudson Hosteller. Right side to move the basketball back out top to Linville. Behind the arc. Left elbow extended. Getting it to Lexinger. Luke Carroll trying to save the basketball. Going to put one of those size 17 shoes on the baseline. I'm not sure, but he's got some big feet. 2:34 on the game clock. Back in the ball game for Hamilton Heights is Brent Pennington, number 14. For 23, Luke Carroll. We're going to take a breather. He gets a couple of pats on the back. So working it across the timeline, Tayson Parker. Out top, they'll reset the offense. They'll bounce it out behind the arc. Right side, they'll look to give it up. Tayson Parker with the basketball. Triple threat, he'll dribble left. One dribble, he'll take a shot. Right elbow extended. And take that back. It'll be elbow right there. Right side wouldn't go. Rebound. Back the other direction after the board from Cameron Knox. Out top of the basketball, they'll move it left side. Lucas Lexinger across the lane. To the corner, they'll dish it off to Linville. They'll move the ball quick. They'll drive the lane. That time off the glass. Good. Cameron Knott in the paint off the glass. It's 39-22. 1:48 on the game clock. Second quarter. Tayson Parker going to get some instruction from Coach Jim Dish. He'll move the basketball. He's out top now. He'll move it right side. They'll go baseline on the drive. Pick the ball back up out behind the arc. Guarding the basketball there is Noah Linville. They're working behind the arc. He'll dribble in the paint. Underhanded scoop shot left-handed. Wouldn't go, but rebound going to be secured by Noah Linville. 39-22. 1:18 left here in the second quarter. On the dribble, Cameron Knott out top. Step back three, got it. Cameron Knott from straight away. 42-22. Huskies by 20. 1 minute left here in the first half. In the front court with the basketball. Northwestern, Tayson Parker. He'll step back. He'll dish off now. He'll work it down low. He'll dribble in the paint. Turnaround jumper. Rimmed out. Wouldn't go. Rebound Cameron Knott. Crossing the timeline with the basketball is Hudson Hosteller. 42 seconds left in the quarter. He'll work it right side. Double team. He'll pass out of it. That was Hudson. He'll work it back to Linville. Back to Hudson. It's going to be a timeout. It's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Coach Chad Ballinger. 32.3 seconds left. 42-22. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you by Adler Attorneys. Adler Attorneys, www.noblesvilleattorneys.com. They'll help you with family law, personal injury, estate planning, litigation, guardianship, real estate law, personal service, dependable counsel. 136 South 9th Street, Noblesville, Indiana, 46060. You can reach them by dialing 317-773-1974. You can email Ray at Ray, the @ Noblesvilleattorney.com, or Seth. That's Seth, the @ NoblesvilleAttorney.com. That's Adler Attorneys in Noblesville. The front court, Hamilton Heights. Try to take care of the basketball. 24 seconds. Nobody guarding the basketball. East side of the gym, front court right there holding the basketball is Cameron Knott. He'll bounce it out top center circle. In the front court to Hudson Hosteller. 10 seconds left. 42-22. And we're going to left side to get it back to Hudson. They'll go to the corner. Cameron Knott shot in the air. Got it. Fadeaway jumper. Left corner baseline, Hamilton Heights. Going to go to halftime. 45-22. 10-minute intermission. Hamilton Heights and Northwestern. Game is far from over. It's just halftime. We're going to talk to a halftime friend of mine. We're going to set this down. We're going to unplug right now. We're going to talk to him.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I'm going to unplug this one moment. We're going to unplug this. We're going to talk. Austin Robinson. I said, man, I saw you walk in with that Viking sweatshirt. It looked good.
It feels good, but it's hot. So as hot as it is in here, I had to take it off right away, but it's working out nicely because my wife's pregnant right now, so we're sharing it. So she enjoys it just as much as I do.
It's awesome. How far along?
I don't know. She's due at the end of March. That's all I know.
That is awesome. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
I tell you what, I studied up on you. You are the Northwestern Tigers football coach. We are speaking to Austin Robinson. You've been there 3 years at Northwestern. I got a mission. You're a 6th-year overall head coach. You were at River Forest.
Yeah, I took over. I taught at River Forest for 10 years. On my 7th year, they fired their coach. He had an awful year. There was no one else that really wanted it. You know, I taught those kids since they were in 6th grade, and I didn't want it to turn into a revolving door. So I've never had a desire to be a head football coach. But the opportunity was there, and I didn't want to let the kids down. So I took it and was up there for 3 years. And, I mean, we got the program turned around. They were 0-10 when I took over, and we finished 2nd in the conference the next 3 years. So, but it was just time to move back down home. And, you know, I found my wife, and we got married, and we figured we'd rather raise kids down in Howard County than a mile outside of Gary. So we made the trip back down, and, you know, being a Lewis Cass grad, Northwestern's always kind of been my foe. So it's kind of weird wearing the purple knowing that I'm a king, but you know, you get to Northwestern and you start falling in love with it and it becomes home. So after 2 years, 2 full seasons, I mean, it's home. So
what, the Lady Kings were in this house last night.
Oh, were they? Yeah, their girls basketball program's on a rebuild. You know, when we were in high school, Coach Ford was there for so many years, and I mean, they were just clicking. My sister both my sisters played for him, and he was a great dude. And seems like ever since he's left, they've just had trouble kind of getting the wheels going up there. So hopefully they get it turned around soon.
I tell you what, I looked something up. This has got to be kind of special for you. Your very first sectional win, October 21st, 2016, River Forest beat Hammond Knoll 41-6.
Yeah, that was a fun night. We were excited about that team because that was my 2nd year, and those guys were getting it figured out. And we took it to Bishop Knoll, and we beat them earlier in the season, so that kind of helped with the confidence as well. You know, and then we thought we could beat Knox the next week, and you know, if I would have called a timeout instead of letting my punt team run out on the field last second, we probably would have won that game. I kind of beat myself up over that one. But, you know, and you may not have this, but ironically, my very first career win up at River Forest was against North Newton. Well, the defensive coordinator at North Newton that year was Scott Rowell, who was my defensive coordinator in high school and one of my mentors. So that was out of all my coaching nights, that was probably one of the most special to know that he was there for my very first career win. So that was a lot of fun, too.
I'm going to share something right now. I do some keeping a scoreboard for middle school. I saw Kylan Doubles in the gym. He was coaching against the Huskies basketball.
Yeah, he's there. He's coaching one of the middle school teams. I'm not for sure which one it was, but Right now I'm coaching our 7th grade girls, so when they come out of practice, we're going in. So, yeah, we see them all the time.
Absolutely. I'm going to let the audience know that your occupation right there in Northwestern, you teach health, advanced weights. You're the head football coach. I didn't know if you want me to mention this.
Oh, the SAD sponsor? Yeah, when I took over the health, they said usually the health teacher's the SAD sponsor, and I said, what do I have to do? So they told me, and I said, well, heck, I can manage that. So, when I was in high school, that was something that I was adamant about and passionate about, was making sure, we set a good role, or be a good role model and set a good example. So I was more than happy to take it over, and it's been fun. We do fun stuff, so it's more or less just another opportunity for me to get to build relationships with the kids.
It's great. I tell you what, during the JV game, I heard some Northwestern. I heard a name. I could have sworn I heard Austin Robinson.
Yeah, so it's actually longtime Northwestern head football coach Dan Robinson. It's his grandson. So they spell their last name different, but I joked with him when I got here because every time I tell someone my name's Austin Robinson, they spell it like his name is spelled. So I was like, for so many years, I've been basically you with my name being spelled just like yours. So, yeah, so there's a lot of similarities there.
You know what, this game right now, even though the scoreboard says what it says, this game is not over.
No, and Northwestern can turn it on at any time. And Taysom was slow coming out of the gate. They looked slow coming out of the gate, but that second quarter they got a couple stops. And my God, Etchison hits everything that he freaking sees. So once we get a couple stops and get a couple buckets and can cut this lead down, hopefully we can be right back into it.
Well, when you look at the schedule, you look at Hamilton High School, they're 7-3 presently. Northwestern 7-2. But you're looking at the margin of victory, the average margin of win. Northwestern 10.3, Hamilton High School 4.1.
Yeah, and Northwestern, we were worried because we had lost 4 out of our 5 starters from last year's team, and our 6th man last year was also a senior. So they were kind of worried about how we were going to fill those spots and find those points. And, Jimmy Gish is one of the best basketball coaches I've ran into, and he always has the kids prepared, even if they're underdogs. And so for them to come out and have this good start, I mean, that's going to be good for them, the rest of the season, And you look at their starting lineup now, it's 4 seniors and a sophomore. So, I mean, he'll be in the same boat next year. He'll have to find ways to find points, but, I mean, no fear in Jimmy. He'll get it done. He does a nice job.
Hey, if you don't mind, we'll talk a little bit about the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, I always like talking about them.
I tell you what, they got a game tomorrow night, 4:35. They're going to be at San Francisco. Is that still grass?
You know what? I'm not real for sure. I want to say yes. I want to say it is, but San Francisco's one of those teams we don't see a lot. Over here in the Midwest, they don't usually televise that. So, but I would have to say probably. I don't know. But, I was looking up some stats, and they said that was the most even matchup, they think, this weekend. And I was looking, I like to follow a lot of the gambling websites and stuff just to see, teams' records and stuff. And they said actually when San Francisco's a favorite, their record is 1-12. So I said that bodes well for the Vikings. So, when no one expects you to win and you go in and win, I mean, that's a good thing. So, and they did it last week, so I think they do it again.
There's some bad information. I understand it was real. Adam Thielen on Wednesday cut his ankle, had to get stitches. He's off of his feet right now.
Yeah, and I'm going to take blame for that. We have this saying, I love football jerseys and jerseys in general, and I buy a ton of them. But every single person's jersey I buy, they get hurt. And so me being dumb, I saw this yellow Adam Thielen jersey, and I was like, I love that. So I bought it, and we were up at the Detroit game. No joke, he catches the touchdown pass, pulls his hamstring, out the rest of the game. I was like, I'm never wearing that again. So Wednesday, I wore it to school, and I get the alert that he hurt his ankle. I'm like, I'm putting it in the back of my closet. I'm done wearing it. So I guess that's my fault.
So I was watching that Detroit game that you're talking about. You were there. But I tell you what, it didn't look like he could have hurt himself
No, and it was all we were sitting at the opposite end zone, so it was hard for us to see. But just watching replays and stuff, and then for him to be out that long, like I was like, well, maybe he just squeaked it. We'll see him next week. But then he ends up missing 3 or 4 weeks, and I figured it must have been more serious than what we thought. So, yeah, we need him healthy, though.
Kirk Cousins, at 31 years old, going to do just fine tomorrow.
Yeah, I think last week, hopefully last week was kind of a coming out party for him. He finally got a big win in the spotlight. Hopefully he can build off of that. We played so well without Thielen earlier in the season, and, some of those young guys, Smith and Johnson, stepped up and kind of filled his shoes. So, I think they do it again, but, as long as Dalvin Cook can get those holes that he's been getting, I think their offense will be fine.
You know what, Austin Robinson, I wish you the best. Congratulations, Dad. Your wife, I'm sure your wife is wonderful.
Yeah, she's a great girl. Anyone to marry a head football coach has to have something good about her, and she's got it. Anything I need or I want, she's willing to help me out. So I couldn't have found a better one. So.
I appreciate you a lot. I'll talk to you again.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
That is Austin Robinson. He's the football coach for Northwestern. He knows his game. Second half just begun. I'm going to plug back in and be right back. Three-point shot, Cameron Knott, left side behind the arc. Three-point shot, good. 48-22. Ball's in the front court. Going to be a foul called. Tayson Parker at the free throw line. Foul whistled on number 3, Cameron Knott. He's got 2. First foul, second half. Either team. Off the rim long. Wouldn't go on that one. He'll get one more. Tayson Parker. A very nice young man. Got some pronunciations from him before the game started. Second shot goes in. 48-23. Passes back and forth in the backcourt. Hudson Hosteller to the front court. They'll work it to Brent Pennington. Behind the arc, left side. They'll move it around the perimeter. Let's take it to the corner. Gus Etchison. Jump pass. They'll work it back around, back out to Brent Pennington. They'll reset the offense now out top with Hudson Hosteller. Right side on the dribble. Going to dribble in. Kick it back out as Gus Etchison. Back out to Brent. Gets it to Cameron inside the arc. Wouldn't go. 2-point land. Rims off. Back the other direction. Going to be a steal. Steal from behind. Hudson Hosteller comes up with a steal. They go back off the glass. They'll put it in. 2-point shot good. Isaac Hickok back there. My wife says we're plugged back in. It's working well. We appreciate her listening at home. She's listening to an iPad, a medium-sized iPad at home, and she's probably watching TV with the sound down. I don't know. So first shot wouldn't go. Got the 2-point shot. Isaac Hickok rims out. Isaac Hickok on the season is shooting 82% on the dribble. Cross the lane. Finger roll across the rim. 6 feet tall. He can get up. That's Tayson Parker for 2. 50-25. Bounce pass. Crossing the timeline, Hudson Hosteller. Out top, they get it to Isaac. He'll drive the lane, take it back out. They're working out top now with Hudson Hosteller. Behind the arc, left side on the dribble is Gus Etchison. Lost the handle with the steal. Stolen basketball. Northwestern comes up with it in the front court now. They'll work it left side on the dribble. They'll go down off the paint, off the glass. Wouldn't go. Rebound secured by Northwestern. That shot taken by 24, Mason Estill. 6:14 on the game clock. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hamilton Heights. It's going to belong to Northwestern. They'll bring it in left of the bucket on the baseline. Looking to get it in. He'll toss it up tall behind the arc, behind the three-point stripe. He'll get it in. They'll move it right side behind the arc now. They'll work it down to Tayson Parker in the paint. One dribble, one hop, and it's about in the bucket. Tayson Parker for 2 more. 50-27. Ball's in the front court. Spin move. Lost the handle. Going to be a reach in. Going to call foul. Gus Etchison going to go to the stripe. He's going to shoot twice. Foul's going to be whistled on number 11, Nathan Bennett. He's got 2. Team foul number 2. Second half. First shot rimmed around, fell off. Get some encouragement right there on the lane from Brent Pennington. He'll get one more. He'll toe it up. He'll bounce a few times. He'll eye and fly the second one. Rimmed off short, wouldn't go. 50-27 to the front court on the dribble. We'll work it back behind the arc. Work the right side, Kason Parker. We'll drive the baseline. He's outside the paint. Wouldn't go. For Northwestern, rebound. 24, Hudson Hosteller. They push it up ahead. It goes out of bounds. Has to throw the ball away. Going to give it back to Northwestern. They'll bring it 84 feet. 5:38 left. We're in the third quarter. 50-27. Hamilton Heights in front. On the dribble. Behind them. Through the legs, I should say. Behind the arc. On the dribble. They'll square back up. Looking for a cutting Tayson, but Tayson was not cutting. They throw the ball away. Going to give it back to Hamilton Heights. 50-27. Left of the bucket. Going to be brought in by Brent Pennington. Bounce pass to Brent. He'll get it into Hudson Hosteller. He'll pass across court back to Brent. He'll walk across the timeline back to Hudson. Double team splits the double team. A foul called on Northwestern. And a whistle foul. It'll be whistled on number 11, Nathan Bennett. He picks up number 3 in the ball game. That's 3 cumulative here in the second half on Northwestern. 1 thus far for Hamilton Heights. Jump shot, block shot. Going to go out of bounds. Going to stay in the front court with Hamilton Heights. Cameron not got the shot blocked. That's a rarity. But it happened. 50-27. Husky can bring it in right of their own bucket on the baseline. They'll toss it in tall. Get back to Cameron. Cameron not out top. They'll dish it off to 24, Hudson Hosteller. Around the perimeter, touches the hands of Isaac Hickok. They'll get it to Gus Etchison. They're going to call a holding foul. Holding foul. Going to bring back in the ball game. Northwestern going to enter the game with number 20, Austin O'Neill. He's a senior, 6 feet tall. 50-27, 5 minutes left on the dribble. Working the lane, Gus Etchison. He'll float it off the glass. Got the bucket, 6 feet tall, just outside the lane, right side. 52-27. They're going to bounce it low. Turnaround jumper, left-handed floater for Northwestern. Shot would go. Shot taken by 20. Double check there. 32, Eli Edwards. Eli Edwards, a 6'4 sophomore. That sophomore that Coach Robinson was speaking of. They're working across the timeline. 52-27. Right side behind the arc. Cameron not picking him up in a hurry. Kason Parker. They'll work at the left side. Jump shot. 3-point land wouldn't go. Gus Etchison. Rebound out of there secured by Kason. He'll work at left side. He'll go up for the shot. He'll get fouled. Cameron not going to pick up the foul. Either foul him or let him go straight to the hoop. Cameron not going to pick up his 3rd foul in the ball game. Team foul number 2. Kason Parker at the stripe. First one's good. 4:19 left in the ball game for Northwestern Tigers. Number 21, Ben Beachy. Beachy back in the ball game. Got a shoe tie on the lane. Isaac Hickok, he's ready to go. Substitution, checking in the lineup for Hamilton Heights. For 32, that's Johnny Cameron. Cameron going to check in for Cam Knott. Cameron not going to take a breather with that 3rd foul. Johnny Cameron. He's a senior, 6'4", weighs in at 200 pounds. Second shot good for Kason Parker. 52-29. Cross-court pass, crossing the timeline. Isaac Hickok on the dribble out top. Hudson Hosteller to the corner. 3-point shot. Hickok rimmed off short, wouldn't go. Rebound Northwestern. They'll dish it off point guard, Kason Parker. To the front court. on the dribble. They'll cross over, working the paint. Turnaround jumper, going to get it. They're going to count the bucket. Tayson Parker on a spin move. Left side outside the paint. Works it inside, gets the bucket. Foul's called. Tayson will have an opportunity for the three-point play. They're going to whistle this foul, number 32, Johnny Cameron. He's got one. Tayson Parker, shot is good. Three-point play for Tayson. Stepping back in the ballgame, we're going to actually see number 23, Braden Bishop. He's a 6'4" sophomore. He's in the ballgame now. He averages 3 rebounds per contest. 1 point. He shoots well from the foul line. He's working on his foul shooting. 3:52 on the game clock. Crossing the timeline, Hudson Hostel works it left side. Gets the ball back from Isaac. I take that back. It is Lucas Letzinger in the ballgame, whereas number 11 on the dribble crossover. Gus Etchison. He'll go to the corner with it. Kick it back out. 3-point shot on the way, long off the rim. Wouldn't go for Lucas Letzinger. Saving the basketball from carrying out of bounds. Hudson Hosteller takes it back into Lucas. They'll reset the offense. They'll go to the corner. Lucas going to bring the ball back out. 3:20 left here in the third quarter. He'll dribble the lane. He'll take a floater in the paint. Got the bucket. That's Lucas Letzinger. He's a 6'1" junior. Averages 3.3 points per game. 3-point shot just right of center for Northwestern. That's Tayson Parker from 3-point land. 54-35. Hamilton Heights in the front court. On the dribble, Gus Etchison. He'll bounce it to the opposite corner. He'll get it to Lucas. He'll drive in and take a shot, about a 12-footer. He'll get hit in the process of trying to release the basketball. He'll shoot twice. Shot didn't go. They're going to whistle this foul on Northwestern. Foul called on 23, Braden Bishop, 6'4" sophomore. He picks up his first in the ball game. Team foul number 5. Lucas Letzinger, first shot goes in. He'll get one more. 55-35. Bounce pass from the official. Lucas Letzinger, second shot, also good. 2 at the stripes for Lucas Letzinger. Crossing the timeline on the dribble pace. Left side. Tayson Parker. They'll work it to the corner. Back out to Parker. They'll reset the offense and go around the perimeter behind the arc. It'll be a foul whistle. Northwestern hits the deck. They're going to call foul. It's going to be evidently on Hamilton Heights. Going to whistle this foul on 23 to Luke Carroll. Luke Carroll picks up his first foul in the ball game. They'll work it in to Tayson Parker. Nearly a steal. Tayson Parker had to knock it off of the legs of Hudson Hosteller. Hosteller trying for that encore steal from Tayson Parker. 56-35. He brought in right of the bucket. Tayson Parker looking for an inlet. He'll bounce it left side to the corner to keep the ball alive. They'll work it back around behind the arc. Picking up the basketball there is Hudson Hosteller. To the corner, guarding the basketball is Luke Carroll. They'll move it around. 3-point shot. Rims off, wouldn't go. Ball goes out of bounds. Going to say last touch by Lucas Letzinger. Going to belong to Northwestern. Left of their bucket on their own baseline. 2:16 on the game clock. Going to be brought in. Looking to get in. Going to be a holding foul. Hamilton Heights going to pick up a holding foul. Had not inlet with the trigger man. Trying to get free, and the foul's going to be whistled on Gus Etchison. He picks up number 3 in the ball game. Taking a breather for the Huskies. Checking out of the ball game is 32, Johnny Cameron. Back in the ball game is Noah Linville. Huskies pass it to across the timeline. They get the ball stolen back the other direction. Tayson Parker for 2 in the paint. 56-37. Crossing the timeline on the dribble. Number 24, Hudson Hosteller. Plenty of space there. No count being administered. Dribble on the right side in front of the Husky bench. Now back out top. They'll move it left side to Gus. Back to the corner, Noah Linville. Back out top to give to Hudson. Right side behind the arc. Gus, he'll go baseline. He'll pop a shot. It's about a 10-footer. Outside the paint, got the bucket. Gus Etchison for two. 58-37. Driving the lane, Payson Parker. They go off the glass. Shot went in, but they're going to call a timeout prior to the shot. It's going to be a 30-second timeout called by Northwestern. We'll remind you this game is in part being brought to you by Ace Scrap Metal. They're located 1715 East 226th Street. That's in Cicero, Indiana. Ace Scrap Metal. North of Westfield, Indiana, along US 31, that's northbound. Ace Scrap Metal, located on the east side of US 31. Just north of State Road 38. Hop, skip, and a jump to the north of GW Pierce Auto Parts. You can reach them by dialing 317-758-5495. They buy scrap metal for cash. That's Ace Scrap Metal. Don't throw your scrap metal away. Hold on to that. Turn it in and get it back. Exchange your scrap metal for dollar bills. They brought the ball in. That was Payson Parker out of bounds. He touched it off of a Husky backside. He rebounded or got the inbound on his own. You don't see that often, but that's a good play. Back the other direction. They call traveling violation. Gus Etchison went in for the shot. Going to fake the pass behind his back, and then went up for the bucket. They're not going to count it. Going to call traveling. I will admit that's the first time that call has been made on him all season long. That's a common occurrence. So we're going to back out top with the basketball to the corner. Northwestern. We're working back out to keep the ball under the hand. Some folks thought he might have palmed it. He didn't. Ball was under the hand. Out top, three-point shot. Good. Payson Parker. 58-40. 18-point ball game. Crossing the timeline. 38 seconds left. We're in the third quarter. Hamilton Heights High School on a Friday night. January 10th. Hamilton Heights and Northwestern both perform in the Hoosier Conference East Division. They work the ball in the front court. 20 seconds left. Back out top again is Gus. Nobody guarding him. He's front of the scorer's bench, and it's deep in the front court. They're working down low. They get it back to Hudson Hosteller. Touches the hands of Luca Fletcher. They're driving the paint. He'll go off the glass. Underhanded scoop shot when he goes. Payson Parker boards it. 2 seconds. He's in the lane. Turnaround jumper. Got it. Payson Parker kept his eye on the rim. Made the bucket at the buzzer. 58-42. 16-point advantage for Hamilton Heights. We'll go to the fourth quarter here momentarily. We'll mention number 3, Cameron Knott, has re-entered the ball game. We'll also mention FritzandFishers.com since 1983. Visit them online or visit them on site. You can reach them by dialing 317-842-2228. That's their Fishers dealership. They have great cars, great prices, great customers. They have 2 Hamilton County locations. One is Fritz and Fishers, 8599 East 116th Street, Fishers, Indiana. The second location is Fritz in Noblesville, 2400 Westfield Road, right there off of State Road 32, right between Noblesville and Westfield. You can explore their quality used car inventory. Visit them online or visit them on site. That's FritzandFishers.com. FRITZ. The second horn sound, fourth quarter. 8 minutes on the game clock. Hamilton Heights and Northwestern. Northwestern will inbound the basketball. Half court. Toss it to the back court ever so slightly. Crossing the timeline now. 7:56. In the front court now, Northwestern Tigers. Picks up the dribble, works it out elbow, right side. Back out to Payson Parker. Behind the arc, shot wouldn't go, rimmed off. Rebound secured by Cameron Knox. He'll dish it off, number 0. That's Gus Etchison. He'll work it right side. Going to be a blocking foul. Gus Etchison, he's got some speed. Tayson Parker, he's got some speed. Tayson Parker going to be called for the foul. A second foul in the ball game on Parker. Team foul number 6. From the corner baseline, 3-point shot wouldn't go for Cameron Knox. Rebound, Tayson Parker. Crossing the timeline. He'll go right side. He'll go off the glass. Try to. Got his shot blocked. That recycled by Luke Carroll. Ball goes out of bounds. That means Northwestern gets the ball back. They'll trigger the inbound. 58-42. 7:28 on the game clock. Brought in the paint. Tipped away, recovers. Picking up the basketball to go baseline. They'll drive it in. Back to the corner. They're going to drive it in now, just outside the paint. Going to roll around, fall in. Credit the bucket, Northwestern Tigers. Credit the bucket. It's 58-44. It's a 14-point ball game. Worker right side behind the arc, Gus Etchison. Out top, Cameron Knox. Left side behind the arc, Hudson Hosteller. Now out top to Linville. That's Noah Linville. They'll go baseline. Cameron Knox, he'll bring the ball back out. They'll reset the offense around the perimeter. Noah Linville. Now back out top to Cameron. Hudson Hosteller. They'll go baseline. Back out top. 3-point shot. Left of center. Wouldn't go. Hudson Hosteller. Rebound secured. Can be stolen in the backcourt by Hamilton Heights. Credit for steal. Luke Carroll. They're going to count the bucket. Bucket goes in. He's going to call a foul. And going to the strike is going to be Hamilton Heights shooter. He got the bucket. They're evidently going to count the bucket. Looked a little bit like it was continuance. This is not NBA. Husky's going to check in the ball game. And a shot goes in. Gus Etchison, 3-point play. In the ball game, Brent Pennington. Back in the ball game, taking a breather, is number 1, Noah Linville. 6:34 on the game clock. Going to be brought in from the backcourt. 84 feet away, Northwestern basketball. 61-44. With the right side, behind the arc right there is Tayson Parker. They'll move it around the perimeter to the opposite corner. On the dribble, he'll go to paint. Right-handed floater wouldn't go. Rebound secured by Brent Pennington. They'll take it up ahead. They'll give it to Gus Etchison. Gus Etchison looking like he wanted to put the ball down, but he just kind of lost the handle on it. Didn't get the bucket at all. But they're going to whistle a foul on the rebound. So at the free throw line for Hamilton Heights is number 3, Cameron Knox. Fouls whistle on number 11, Nathan Bennett. He's got 4 in the contest. First shot on the way, good. Cameron Knox. Cameron Knox, an 80% free throw shooter. Back in the ball game, number 1, Noah Linville. Taking a breather is Gus Etchison. Was number 0. Second shot, couple of bounces right there. Cameron Knott has one more. Shot up and good. Got both of them. 63-44. Crossing the timeline. Hamilton Heights with the lead. Ball's in the front court. Northwestern Tigers possession. They'll bounce it in. Talking about going baseline. Back out top. They'll give it to Tayson Parker. He'll pop a shot. Rimmed off long. Rimmed up. Wouldn't go through. Rebound. Luke Carroll for Hamilton Heights. Back to Hudson Hosteller. They'll get it to Brent Pennington. Now back to Linville. Back to Cameron Knott. Now straight out top. They'll work it to Hudson Hosteller once again. Touches the hands of Noah Linville. 5:40 left. We're in the fourth quarter. 63-44. Hamilton Heights in the front court with the basketball. On the dribble, they're working the left side. Moving to passing. Not really using a lot of dribbling. Keeping the ball above ground, above the floor level. Now bounce a couple times. One time right here by Noah Linville. Back out top. Cameron Knott works the right side to Noah. Back out top, right side. Back pedal dribble, Hudson Hosteller. They'll work the right side. Noah Linville saves the basketball. Kind of an errant pass. Everything's smooth once again. Hudson Hosteller, he'll dish it down low. Going down baseline with Brent Pennington. One going to take a shot. He'll dish it off. Teammate Noah Linville off the glass. Noah Linville got the bucket. Credit the assist to Brent Pennington. Right, it's going to be left elbow extended. 3-point shot going to go for Tayson Parker. Going back the other direction. 2-point basket, Hudson Hosteller. 67-44. So working down low, off the glass, got the bucket. 2-point bucket, going to be a timeout called. 60-second timeout called, Northwestern. 4:29 left here in the fourth quarter. 67-46, Hamilton Heights in front. This game is also in part being brought to you by Main Street Mortgage, a local full-service mortgage broker located in Cicero. Owner, Brian Baer, has more than 20-plus years of mortgage loan origination experience. Brian offers a full array of mortgage products from no money down to 20% down conventional mortgage loans. He offers personal customer service, expert knowledge of all mortgage loans, and the lowest interest rate you will find. Call today and start saving money now. You can dial Brian Baer in Main Street Mortgage at 317-420-5192. Again, his number is 317-420-5192. We'll mention you're listening to live audio simulcast, HamiltonCountyTelevision.com. More schools, more sports, more coverage. You're also listening to PutMeInSports.com. We'll be at Westfield tomorrow for the 1:30 contest. Hamilton Heights at Westfield, girls basketball varsity. 4:22 on the game clock. Elbow, left side, Hamilton Heights in the front court. Works it to Brent Pennington. Gets it back to Hudson Hosteller, back to Linville. Noah Linville passes to the corner. Gus Etchison. Cross-court pass, keeping the ball above ground. 4:07 on the game clock. So we're going elbow, left side to the corner. Cameron Knott back to Hudson. They'll dish it back low. Wasn't ready for the pass. Going to be stolen. Bounces off of Brent Pennington. And Tayson Parker goes the distance off the glass. 2-point bucket for Parker. 67-48. Hudson Hosteller. Pass to the front court. Brent Pennington to the corner. Noah Linville back out top. They'll dish it to Hudson Hosteller. Now left side to Gus Etchison. Back to Hudson. Now back to Etchison. They'll go left side. Brent Pennington. Go outside the paint. Shot when you go. I'm sure that was a shot. Try to make a pass. And Karam's off the backboard, but tracking down the basketball right there was 24. Hudson Hosteller. Ball still alive. Front court for Hamilton Heights. 3:15 left. Fourth quarter. 67-48. Out top, Noah Linville. Back to Hudson Hosteller. We play him strong. Nearly a foul. They tipped the ball away. Trying to get it down low to Gus Etchison. It's tipped away and stolen by Northwestern. They go in the paint. Off the glass. Take that back. They're going to go floater in the paint. Tayson Parker going to get the bucket, and he'll shoot one more. Tayson Parker averaging 28 points per ball game. He's got to be pretty close. I'm not sure. Find out after the game. Not able to keep fast and talk. But he'll go to the free throw line right now. Tayson Parker, he'll have one more. Fouls Witam on Brent Pennington. He's got one. Short off the rim when you go. Rebound, Cameron Knott. In the backcourt, going to be full court pressure. Hudson Hosteller. They're working left side across the timeline. Number 1, Noah Linville. Going to be a foul call. Foul whistle on Hamilton Heights. Double check that. It's going to be whistle on the Tigers. Fouls whistle on number 30, Ethan Kinney. He's a senior, 6 feet tall. He picks up his first foul in the ball game. Noah Linville at the stripe. He's going to eye the first one. He'll fly it. Rimmed off. Wouldn't go. 2:44 on the game clock. 67-50. Steele in the front court. Going back the other direction. That was Hudson Hosteller. They'll dish it off to Cameron Knott. He'll take a shot just outside the paint. 2-point shot good for Cameron Knott. 69-50. They'll bounce it to the corner. On the dribble, they'll bring it back around the perimeter. Pick it up at the elbow, right side. He'll go backdoor cut. Got the bucket. Backdoor cut was good. And I believe the shot went in. Credit the bucket, I believe, to Ethan Kinney. The pass made the shot. 69-52. In the front court, Noah Linville. 2 minutes left. They're going to whistle a foul. They're going to whistle a timeout. Timeout on the surface. There'll be a 30-second timeout on the surface. And we'll mention this game is also in part being brought to you by Indiana Express Rentals. They're located at 1708 South 8th Street, Noblesville, Indiana. 317-773-4800. They're authorized dealer for Penske Truck Rentals. One-way and local for households and businesses. Cargo vans up to 26 feet commercial with lift gates. Full line of moving supplies. Locally owned and operated since 1998. Owner is on site daily. That's Dirk. You can contact Dirk. He is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or on Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. That's Indiana Express Rentals on the south edge of Noblesville. Ball on the surface. Got loose. Got an extra basketball on the surface. They'll pick that back up and stop play. That don't happen often at all. So 69-52, the Huskies will inbound the basketball to the backcourt from Brent Pennington. They're working into Hudson Hostel. Crossing the timeline to Linville. Back to Hudson. Hudson out top, guarding the basketball. Go elbow right side to Brent Pennington. He'll dish it off. Driving the baseline. Shot wouldn't go for Gus Etchison. Trying to secure the basketball. Couldn't quite get it. That was Cameron Knott. Back the other direction. Northwestern in the paint. 14-footer good. Payson Parker going to be a 30-second timeout. It's 69-54. 1:33 left. And I will remind you, those Indiana Pacers, they are in action tonight on the 10th. Going against Chicago, the Bulls. They're on the road. Bulls are the home team. But I'll mention, the next time the Indiana Pacers play the Chicago Bulls on January 29th, Victor Oladipo makes his return. That'll be fun. And I will mention, Pacers are currently 23-15 on the season. They're 9.5 games back behind Milwaukee. Milwaukee is kind of outrageous right now. They're unbelievable. Best record in the NBA. So they're going to inbound the basketball. It's going to be brought in, riding the bucket, Brent Pennington. Guarding the basketball is Payson Parker. To the backcourt, Gus Etchison. They go off the glass. He'll get the bucket. 2-point bucket good, Gus Etchison. He'll go to the foul line. Foul occurs. Gus Etchison to the strike. Foul's going to be whistled. Number 20, Austin O'Neal. He's a senior, 6 feet tall. 10 fouls cumulative against Northwestern. First shot, only shot. He got it. 3-point play, Gus Etchison. 72-54. Ball's in the front court. 1:24 on the game clock. Payson Parker with the basketball. He'll take a shot, elbow left side. He got fouled. Kind of bought the foul, but he knows how to play basketball. He's a good basketball player. He can buy the fouls when it's necessary. 1:20 on the game clock. Foul whistled on Hudson Hosteller. He's got 2 in the ball game. First shot up and good. Payson Parker. Toe it up once again. Payson Parker. I mentioned once before, what a nice young man. Second shot, rimmed around, fell in. 72-56. He'll be brought in by Brent Pennington. Backcourt. He'll get the ball back from Cameron Knott. He'll bounce it. in front of the scores bench. Noah Linville, who passes to the front court. Hudson Hosteller. Baseline, they'll go to Gus Etchison. We'll go opposite corner right there, Cameron Knott. 1:06 left, and we try to get it in the paint right there to Gus, and it's stolen. Out top, three-point shot on the way. Wouldn't go for Casey Parker. Noah Linville. They're going to say it was last touch, evidently by Northwestern. Not so sure, but they're going to give the ball to the Huskies. 72-56. We get it back to Brent Pennington. Cross-court pass in the backcourt, crossing the timeline now. Hudson Hosteller behind the arc. Get it to Noah Linville. Back to Hudson. They'll go corner baseline. They'll bring the ball back out. That's Gus Etchison. Long skip pass, nearly intercepted. It's going to be the last touch by Hamilton Heights. It goes out of bounds, evidently, off of the hands of Noah Linville. So Northwestern going to bring it 84 feet. 43.1 left. They're going to roll the basketball. Pick it up in the front court for Northwestern. It's Casey Parker in the paint. He'll go off the glass. Rimmed around, wouldn't go. Fought for the rebound. Got it. Put it back up and in. Got the bucket. 2-point bucket. So credit that bucket. Northwestern. 35.1 left. We're in the fourth quarter, 72-58. And then we'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by PutMeInSports.com. Since 2008, PutMeInSports.com has been bringing internet radio high school sports to the listening ears of the IHSAA fans. Football in the fall with the Tipton Blue Devils. Basketball in the winter. Hamilton Heights boys and girls varsity basketball. And baseball each spring. Lafayette Central Catholic Knights. We welcome you to continue listening to high school sports. And we thank you for listening to PutMeInSports.com. So 35.9 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. 72-58. Ball's going to be inbound by Hamilton Heights. They'll need to go 84 feet. They'll bring it in from the backcourt. Cameron Knott will trigger the inbound. He'll be allowed to run the baseline after a made bucket. Pass, there's going to be a foul in the backcourt. Casey Parker. Casey Parker commits a foul in the backcourt. Soft foul. For sure, trying to stop the clock, put him on the line. We'll see the foul line. It's Cameron Knott. 33.8 left. Casey Parker picks up number 4 in the ballgame. First shot up and good. Cameron Knott, he'll have one more. 73-58. 33.8 seconds left. We're in the fourth quarter. Second shot, rimmed around, hit the backboard and fell in. 74-58. Behind the arc, Casey Parker. Locked up right there by Hudson Hosteller. They pass across the lane. So baseline shot wouldn't go. Northwestern coming up with the board. Number 3, Cameron Knott. Foul called after the rebound was secured. They're going to whistle this foul on number 20, Austin O'Neal. O'Neal picks up number 2 in the ball game. Coach Jim Gage going to allow some different guys to get in the ball game here for a moment. At the free throw line, number 3, Cameron Knott got the bucket. He'll get one more. So 4 new basketball players for the Northwestern Tigers going to enter the ball game now. Guys coming out of the ball game are getting a good hand clap from the Northwestern Tiger faithful. Faithful traveler. 20.2 left. Cameron Knott eyes it, slides it. Got both of them. 76-58. Crossing the timeline on the dribble. 16 seconds left. Out top, they'll work it left side behind the arc. Going to go baseline, pick up the dribble, back out top. They'll move it right side. Behind the arc, three-point shot on the way. Rimmed off long, would go. Rebound, Northwestern lost the handle. Picked up by Hudson Hosteller. They'll pass it up ahead. And Gus Dickinson tries to dunk after the buzzer. Wouldn't go down. But he can do it. We'll mention his final score here tonight. Hamilton Heights, 76. Northwestern, 58. We'll remind you, the Northwestern Tigers, tomorrow night on the 11th, will travel to Clinton Central High School. A big battle with the Clinton Central Bulldogs. Hamilton Heights Huskies will be back here tomorrow night. Fort Wayne Lures will be in the house. 7:30 for the varsity, 6 o'clock for the JV. That's tomorrow night on the 11th. We thank you for listening. We thank Hamilton Campus Television.com for simulcasting this ball game. They have more schools, more sports, and more coverage than listening to PutMeInSports.com. Tomorrow, you can hear the Lady Huskies and the Lady Shamrock from Westfield High School. Hamilton Heights Lady Huskies. Put Me in Sports will cover that game, internet radio, at 1:30. Hamilton County Television.com will cover that game, maybe both. They may cover the JV contest, check it out, at noon. But they'll cover the game on internet television tomorrow. And we thank you for listening. We thank my wife back home. We thank you for the gracious listeners we have been. So until next time, no matter if you're home or away, if you're teaching or learning, you've always got to keep the fire burning.